Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled commission meeting, Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. The time is now 6 o'clock on the dot. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Bass,
I'm here.
Commissioner Irvin,
Here.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Present.
Commissioner Santiago,
Here.
Mayor Taylor.
Here. As we stand by invocation led by Commissioner Dr. Bass.
Thank you. We say thank you, Lord God, for just the air that we breathe. We thank you, Father God, for giving us heart of servants, Father God. We thank you for our city. We thank you for our employees. We thank you for each and every one. Father God, may you bless us today. Help us to walk in excellence and that you will get the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 I pledge allegiance.
I like
United
States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Madam Clerk, um, Madam Manager, I know we have awards, proclamations, and acknowledgements. Are all the recipients here at this time?
No, all of them
Um,
are not here now, right now.
Okay, so if it's okay with the commission, I would like to move item 5 until after citizens forum. So it'll be after item 11, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Smith, I would agree with that. If we need a motion, I'll make it. If not, I think it's consensus, but I have no problem with you doing that.
Okay. So, Madam Attorney, I want to move item 5 to after item 11. Will we need to make a motion?
Yes, sir, it's reordered.
Move it.
Okay, moved and
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, so we're moving on to the approval of the consent agenda. Do I have any pulls, deferrals, or deletions at this time?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly?
I need to pull 1, 2, and 3 just to add an amendment to them. So I want to pull 1, 2, and 3.
Anyone else?
Mr. Mayor,
One second, Madam Manager, Commissioner Irvin?
10.
And Madam Manager?
I would like to defer item 16A1 and 16A2 until July 9th, 2025.
What? 16 8, 1, 2?
16A1 and 16A2. Okay. All right, anyone else?
Mr. Mayor,
Madam Clerk?
and just for the record, we do have substitute items for 16A3 and 16A6, which are first reading ordinances.
Got it.
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
instead of pulling 2, I don't need to pull it anymore. I just need to pull 1 and 3.
1 and 3.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So just for the record, I have pulled by Vice Mayor, items 1 and items 3, and pulled by Commissioner Irvin, item number 10. All right. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move it.
Moved by
Second.
Commissioner Santiago, second by Vice Mayor Kelly. Madam Clerk?
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Mr. Mayor?
Madam? I was just.
Okay.
We have a add-on item.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. We have a request to amend the agenda to include an item as 14.1 under new items a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, rescheduling the June 25th, 2025 City Commission meeting to June 23rd, 2025, authorizing the city manager and the city clerk to take necessary and expedient action, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor, and again, this would be included as 14.1 on the agenda, new items.
Moved by
Second.
Vice Mayor, second by, Commissioner Irvin. I'll state the emergency nature of this item. City of Opa-locka has been honored to, along with our chief, to host the chief's dinner on the date of our commission meeting. So we wanted to support our police department and be that, I don't know, and I know some of us have already RSVP, which we don't really have a quorum, but we need to have a commission meeting. So I propose to bring this so that we can do it. So that's the emergency nature. We can go into more detail at the appropriate time. It was already moved in second. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, so that item will be 14.1. So can I get a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Bass, second by Commissioner Santiago. At approval of the agenda, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, we're going into the approval of the minutes from a commission meeting, May 28, 2025, moved by Vice Mayor,
Second.
second by Commissioner Bass. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, do we have any District 1, District 2 reports?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and going into public presentations, I do know we have a public presentation, but I do not see them here at this moment, so we'll move on. No, the public presentation. I don't see them here, so we'll move on. To our citizens forum. Madam Clerk, can you please state for the record how to participate in citizens forum?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening. City of Opa-locka Commission meetings are held in person at the Opa-locka Government Center, City Commission Chambers, 780 Fisherman Street, Opa-locka, Florida. Members of the public wishing to address the commission may do so in person or virtually. Those persons wishing to participate virtually should register prior to the scheduled meeting time on the city's website at www.opalockafl.gov. When speaking before the commission, please make sure to give your full name and address for the record. There is a 3-minute time limit for public comments. Please adhere to the decorum policy, which is a part of the commission meeting agenda. City commission meetings are aired through live stream at www.youtube.com/user/City of Opa-locka. And Mr. Mayor, at this time, we do not have any virtual public comments.
All right, so citizens forum is open for those in the chamber. Citizens forum is open.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Brian Dennis, address 2140 York Street. I want to talk about item 10 because I understand there's no policy for it and it's been a finding. But the crazy part is, and what's strange about it, why now? So when we look at this and we understand what the movement of the city is and what's happening, a lot of these CBOs or nonprofits, they have relationships with people. They already have a relationship. They're not going to tie it to it. In other words, there's a possibility, and I think you all should workshop this. There's a possibility that you promote something and then everybody's attached to it, but not everybody is sponsoring. Prime example. You three, Commissioner Irvin, Vice Mayor Kelly, and Mayor Taylor.
Just keep it general. Talk to you.
The commission, y'all do bingo, food drive, things of that nature, right? But the way this is looking like, it could be broad when you have nothing to do with the sponsorship. Now, if it's a citywide event and it's held, that's different. But for the last few moments, it doesn't look like that. Those CBOs already have a relationship with individual commissioners, right? So let's look at this here. Just by the legislation, right? It's meaningful, but this is the first meaningful piece of legislation that's been submitted by the sponsor since they've been up as a commissioner in 6 years. Y'all don't see the correlation between that? So watch this here. There's a picture floating around with her and the former city manager. So now, if the former city manager knew that was here, why bring it now? It's odd that that picture comes, then this comes. So now, when we're looking at it, and I'm looking at it, that's strange. Nobody don't want to be tied to that. But this is the same person that said that it's blood on our hands as we fire him. But this is the same man opened up 18 bank accounts without city of commission approval and knowledge. This is the same man that said police officers all on people's jobs and investigated and was giving orders as the police chief when we already had the police chief. We know how that go. So we see this. That's no. If it had been bought by anybody else, we got an attorney. Why the attorney couldn't bring it up? Why the manager couldn't bring it? Why one of y'all couldn't bring it? See how odd and strange that look? That looks strange because it looks like you're trying to attach yourself to something because you're not attached to nothing. Them CBOs and them nonprofit organizations already got ties to who they're gonna be tied to. And anything outside of that, they're not gonna be tied to nobody else. I'm gonna just leave that as a drop in the bucket. Y'all need to workshop this.
Thank you, Mr. Dennis. Citizens Forum is still open.
Good evening, mayors and commissioners. Audrey Dominguez, 1147 Jen Avenue. I'm happy to see the playground. I've already sent pictures to my grandson. He's excited, trying to get the other ones to come from Boston. So I'm really happy about the playground. We're always talking about beautification in the city. There's an empty lot next to 1331 Jan Avenue. Overgrown grass, over 4 feet. I brought this up over 2 years ago. It was cleaned up back then. However, we don't know, it's an empty lot. So we need to find out who this owner is. And either fine him, put a lien on the property, whatever it is, because it's making the area look bad. The neighbor next door tells me all the time, what are they gonna do? Why aren't they cleaning it up? Why aren't they picking? And I don't think it's fair for the employees to clean it up and that company or whoever owns that property is not cited or has it clean. Because I've seen a lot of other empty lots in Opa-locka and they maintain it. It's cleaned, it's clear. So I'm not sure the city manager, I would like to recommend if they don't have yet in place a code enforcement to identify empty lots, properties, and reach out to these property owners to have them comply with the maintenance of these properties.
Thank you, Commissioner Dominguez. Citizens Forum is still open. Citizens Forum is closed. Okay, so Mr. Dennis, item 10, we'll discuss that at the appropriate time. Commissioner Dominguez, you brought up the playground. We all are ecstatic about the playground. And we are excited. We can't wait to do the ribbon cutting. And you also brought up something that a lot of us has been talking about, beautification, specifically 1331 Jan Avenue. So, Madam Manager, is there a way? I know we used to have a program through the city where we had a department that used to maintain that and then cite the property owner.
That's correct. We don't, I know what you're talking about. It was the Urban Rangers, but we don't have that anymore. The Urban Rangers.
Probably need to have it, but I don't
Yes.
get into that.
Oh,
Urban Rangers.
Urban Rangers,
yes.
okay. All right, so is some kind of way we need to
I
address.
have it and I'll look into it first
Got
thing
it.
in tomorrow.
All right, thank you. So we're moving on to item number 5, which is our presentation of the City of Opa-locka Scholarship recipients, and we're turning it over into the hands of our. Well, if you give me the list, Ashley, I'll announce it. Right. Turn it over to the hands of Ashley.
Good evening, Commission. As you all know that back in March, 5 scholarships were available to high school graduates. At the time of the closing of the application process, May 3rd, there were 4 eligible applicants. And tonight we would like to award them.
And can we announce their names or?
We have Mr. Justin Williams, Miss Diaria Franklin, Mr. Nakima McDonald, and Mr. David, and Alex, Anderson, I'm sorry.
You're gonna need.
All this money back here.
All right. If anybody could just grab one.
Give me some bags and then we'll put it
Cause then they could just grab one. Okay. All right, so let's. So our first one goes to Miss Nakeem. I don't want to say it wrong. Shout out, I just read it. I'm sorry. The first one goes to Chemo. And we just want to say we shout out to Chemo. If you all don't know, this is Commissioner Burt's grandson. He grew up in this city, longtime resident. Shout out to you and your $1,250. We asked the commissioner to come in.
They're gonna think he's getting all the money. He got all the checks.
Thank you. Right, shout out to shout out to him. The next one goes to Miss Franklin. Your $1,250. Chemo, what school did you graduate from? I'm sorry. Huh? Miami Northwestern. That's why Commissioner was up. And what school you graduating from? Miami Northern Senior High School. Okay. Shout out to you. Right. We good? Oh. Her mama said, y'all gonna clap for her, baby. Thank you. Going on, give me this. This is the son of our Commissioner Williams. Justin, who is the brother of Opa-locka's mascot, Jalen. We love them, y'all. And I'm a little biased because Justin graduated from HML Highly in Miami Lakes. So of course he's the best. Sorry, y'all, no offense. But and last but not least, Mr. David Anderson. And David with all his stuff. And we are excited for David for a couple reasons. One, because David graduated top of his class. Yes. And also, he's one of our explorers. He's one of our explorers. So shout out to him. And you graduated from Barbara Goldman. Got it. Barbara Goldman. All right, so y'all gotta do a group picture real quick. Come on. Go. All right, come on. I'm there here. You got it? All right. Like a little more. Here's right there. You guys ready? 9. Thank you all. So, oh,
Oh.
so shout out to all of our graduates, our class of 2000. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
I'm going to Florida International University, majoring in business and administration.
Oh.
I'm going to FIU, majoring in political science.
I'm going to Miami-Dade, majoring in culinary arts.
All right. I'm going to Bethune-Cookman University, I'm majoring in business.
Thank you all. We celebrate our graduates. We got some smart kids in Opa-locka, y'all.
Mr. Mayor, another point of history, if I may, for people that may not know it, David has been around so long. David really is history for our explorers, because when Dave was back 14 and 15, he came to a Meet Me Monday and inquired about how come the city doesn't have explorers. And it's taken a while, but because David came to Meet Me Monday and brought it up, we now have explorers.
So shout out to all of our graduates. So we can give them another big hand, y'all. This is a proud moment for the city of Opa-locka. And the good thing about it is we had a little overage. We budgeted for 5 graduates, but we only got 4 that applied, which means that each graduate is now getting $1,200 as opposed to the $1,000 that was promised on the application.
And Mr. Mayor, if I may say so, I think that this has probably been the first time that, to me, that we've given out the scholarship and we knew the children.
Yeah,
You,
all of the
oh, no, we knew them all. That was.
except for Kiva. I did not know his real name.
Yeah, you don't. He's chemo.
Right. So we thank you all. So we're moving on into our business for tonight. We're going into our 13-1, Madam Attorney.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving and adopting standard department operating procedures pursuant to the City of Opa-locka Resolution 23-035, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the interim city manager.
Move it.
All right, moved by Vice Mayor Kelly, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Manager, go ahead and present it.
As a vital component of the city, the Human Resources Department strives to provide superior support to all employees, to enhance the service delivery across departments and strengthen the ability to support staff and leadership. Human Resources has revised its internal standard operating procedures to better align with the city's operational goals and improve efficiency in day-to-day processes.
All right, so this was pulled by Vice Mayor, so I'll yield to you, Vice Mayor, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I support the item, but on the, as I mentioned in my briefing, for clarity and to make sure that there's continuity and accountability. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth whereas that deals with the update on the policies not later than December 31st. I want to add an amendment by the city manager and otherwise deemed by the city commission. And the reason I want to do that, because not only should we make sure that if there are changes after the review or the updated policy, that obviously it's the city manager is aware of it and knows it, but that the commission will be notified as well of any kind of changes, and that is not in there. We get the policy could be changed, but we don't necessarily would know what the changes would have taken place. And so I want to add that amendment to it.
Okay. No problem. And that's just for clarity, it's going to be brought back to the commission for a vote.
No, not the
Just-
resolution, just if, at the end of the policy, it says no later than December 31st. So if there's an update after review by the manager of the policy, and there's some policy change, then the commission will be notified of the change. Because right now, we wouldn't know. It just occurred, and we wouldn't even know if it happened or what happened. There's no legislation. It's just in order to make sure that we would at least get a report or an acknowledgement of what happened, I have to do it on the resolution with an amendment, because I thought I could just, kind of ask with the attorney's office that we ought to do an amendment to clarify it. So that's why I'm bringing it forth.
Okay.
I support the item, though.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what I needed clarity on. When is it coming back? We're good. Any questions or concern to the manager or staff at this moment? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, we're gonna first, I need a second on the motion. So the motion was made and properly second. Madam Clerk, on the motion.
Do we have a motion and second on the amendment?
The amendment, sorry, the amendment, sorry.
So I have Vice Mayor Kelly on
And
the
Commissioner
amendment.
Irvin was the second.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
And you're ready for the roll call on the
On
amendment?
the amendment.
Okay, Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Baz?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes,
Motion passes on the amendment 5-0.
and the resolution itself.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Baz?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, 13-3. Madam Attorney?
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving and adopting standard department operating procedures for the Finance Department pursuant to City of Opa-locka Resolution 23035, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for effective date. This is sponsored by the interim city manager.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor
Second.
Kelly, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Manager?
The Finance Department is responsible for safeguarding the city assets, ensuring cost effectiveness, and provide financial support to operating departments. Therefore, it is imperative that the department has standard operating procedures. With the guidance of a consultant, the Finance Director has worked diligently to establish protocol and practices that aligns with the city's daily operations and adheres to the local, state, and federal laws and regulations. And I request approval so we can move forward with this policy. Thank you.
Okay, so I yield to Commissioner Kelly to go ahead and make the motion, and then we'll call the question.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The same thing applies with that amendment language after the December 31st of each year, the same as it was in the first one. I'd like to move the amendment.
All right, so moved by Vice Mayor Kelly. Can I get a second on the
Second.
amendment? By Dr. Baz. Madam Clerk, on the amendment.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Baz?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes,
Motion passes on the amendment 5-0.
and the actual resolution.
Commissioner Baz?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, thank you. Moving on to 13-10.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving a co-sponsorship policy and procedures for activities and special events in collaboration with nonprofit organizations, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Commissioner Bass.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago,
I'll second it.
second by Commissioner Baz. Commissioner Baz, this is your item. Go ahead and present it.
Thank you. I'm thought not to address what was said by one of our residents, but because it is documented, I feel obligated to say what I'm going to say now. First of all, this resolution came about when I was approached to co-sponsor an event where funds were going to be exchanged. And we as a city does not have a policy. So in order for me and our city to be in compliance, this is how this came about. That's it. And secondly, about a picture of me floating around, it's not floating around, it's posted. And it's posted because I was in need of someone to work with me with 5,000 role models. And I know that our former city manager is a 5,000 role model. And I asked him to come and give a speech to the end of the year event. That was it. And for people to just be so evil-minded
and to come and spew whatever they want to spew, thinking that it's facts, it galls me. It really does. It really does. It does. Again, this came about because I was in a position where I was approached to co-sponsor an event, and I was not comfortable not having policies and procedures. And matter of fact, ever since I became a city manager, we were talking about policies and procedures. So why is it now that it's a problem that I have a resolution for policies and procedures? I don't get it. I don't get it. Again, this is because we do not have one in place and it's needed. I'm currently working with non-for-profits. This is not about my colleagues and whatever they do. It's about me trying to do it right. And why is it that it's an issue when things are trying to be done right? I don't get it. I'll never understand that. This is to protect not just me, but our city, policies and procedures. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll yield to Commissioner Irvin. You were the one that pulled the item.
Yes, I pulled the item only because I wanted clarity on the item. That's why I pulled it, to see what I wanted to hear from her, even though Miss Ashley explained it through in the my briefing. I just wanted to hear what was the purpose of the understanding of it from you. And I also spoke with the attorney earlier, so I got a better understanding. I wanted to hear from you, what were we actually doing with the item?
Okay, so
Mr. Mayor,
go ahead, Commissioner Santiago.
thank you. Let me give it a little part of me, regarding about that situation. And I'm gonna support that item. I think that we need to, be together when situations is be presented in the wrong way like this. And I believe the, Commissioner Bath had the right to bringing to the data and making it public, because she had right to be when anybody that she know in any others events, they did not be in any of the resolution that we have to provide us to be together with other people. Whoever I want to be together and want to be and calling my friend, I'm gonna do, no matter what anybody coming when I'm negative comment about it. I believe that we have the right to do the right thing and not to get to the wrong thing, but we have the right. And I think it's something that we have to looking through the future. And I know that I'm in a couple of flyers with my colleague, and we really do a very good event and people enjoying it. And that's not me that she be around doing whatever they want to say out there outside, because she responsible about that thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your response. All right, so, Commissioner Bass, I do understand what was stated, and I don't think that you were vindictive in bringing this to the commission. However, I do have concerns, and I don't want the two to be conflated, so I want just these concerns addressed. One is when, section B, where it says that we would have at least 90 days prior to the program unless otherwise approved by the city commission. I don't think that's enough time, because there's sometimes when nonprofits come and the event is in a month. So that won't allow us to do or partner with said nonprofit. The other thing is,
Mr. Mayor, can I just say for the record before you go on?
Yep.
That's why the language, unless otherwise approved by the city commission, was there. So it will be either or. It could be 90 days in advance, but if the commission says something different, then it could be a shorter period of time. So that issue, is not an issue for the commission, because the commission can approve a shorter period of time. Do you follow me? It says it right there in you just read it.
yeah, I got that part, but that means it would have to come before the commission. And even it becoming on the agenda, there's still a timeline. So let's just say it came Tuesday after the agenda was already closed. So now you have to wait 2 additional weeks to get it on the agenda. Then it has to go to the state, which is another 2 weeks to get approved, and then comes back to the commission. That's the issue that I have. Even at that, becomes a problem.
Well, the state wouldn't be approving if the manager were approving, because right now.
All
the
resolutions
mana-
have to be approved by the state before they are acted upon, Madam Attorney. So moving along to the other part where it says that it must go before the Parks and Rec Board. We'll make all attempts to have it go before the Parks and Rec Board. The board is not meeting at this moment.
Well,
So-
it does say to the extent practical, and I hate to jump in, but I am the person who drafted it, and I feel
I was
kind of.
about to say, is it your
No, but I'm
you answering, I'm
I-
talking to the sponsor.
Right,
Please,
I am
keep
answering,
jumping in.
I am answering
It's not
because.
it's legal, it's
let-
just.
no, let me just say,
you
I'm
have-
answering because Commissioner Bass asked me to bring back a policy, and so that's what I did. And so I hate the fact that, it looks like she's being beat up about something, because I actually brought the policy, but it's based on other cities. A lot of other cities have the exact same policy in place. I could pull like 3 different ones. It's like the exact same thing. So I just, throw it out there. I'll be quiet, but I just wanted to let you know that it wasn't Commissioner Bass that came up with the policy. It was.
Okay, but then that's a horse of a different color, because if this is not the sponsor's item and you did this, so we need to know your intent. So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is
and
the sponsors. It is the sponsor's
I
item, just like
can't-
all of this. I draft all of these things for everybody.
Mr.
So
Mayor.
the point
I
is,
can't support it as is.
Mr.
I
Mayor,
can't support it as is.
Mr.
I
Mayor,
cannot support it.
Mr. Mayor, if I may,
Commissioner Bass?
I'm not legal, and this is my resolution. I reached out to our city attorney to ask her because I don't know. So I understand that it's probably confusing to you, and the attachment that you're talking about, that is something that we can work on. But I know that we do need this policy, we need the procedures.
Okay, I'm not against you on that. And I do have a very well-versed understanding of what I'm looking at.
Mhm.
However, there's some things that I would have liked to discuss, which is what I was trying to do, but Madam Attorney.
oh, I'm not trying
So
to stop you. I
at
just wanted
this
to-
point, I can't support it because I have a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of things that just boxes to the commission in. So I think if we can come to a happy medium and maybe bring this back at another time, or, well, yeah, at another time, but 90 days, I think too long. It's, there's a lot of things, a lot of unanswered questions.
What are your questions?
The 90 days,
Mhm.
the taking it before the board, let's see. I get the reason why we're doing it, but why can't it just be a case by case basis in the interim? And we bring this back and discuss it.
Well, are you asking me the question?
It's you, did you think
Okay,
that?
yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm happy to answer it. So many cities, a lot of cities, I don't want to say most because I'm not sure if that's accurate, but in many cases, cities have co-sponsorship policies. It's something very normal. You can like Google it and pull up bunches of cities that will come up. And because we've been dealing with policies and procedures, and you see many of them on your agenda and many to come, I thought that would be appropriate. And so when Commissioner Bass mentioned, I didn't know initially, we had a lot of questions about whether it was a not-for-profit or a for-profit organization. We asked Commissioner Bass a number of different questions. And so in trying to do this, she said, how do other cities do this? And I said, a lot of cities do it with co-sponsorship policies. And so she asked me to look into it, as I do for all of you. When you say you want to bring back something and you want me to go and find something, I do it like every agenda. I went back, I looked at different co-sponsorship policies, which I can send all of you. And this was one that was very simple. We folded it into a resolution, and it's up for debate. You all can change it or keep it or vote it up or vote it down. I don't care. But I'm just trying to give you the information so that you will know what the history of it is. And when I'm, seeing her being attacked for a policy that is normal, I felt like I needed to say something as I would for any one of you. So with that.
Okay, I didn't attack her, which is why I said I didn't want to conflate the two. No, because I want to straighten that out.
I do not feel as
Because
if
I
you
didn't, but
did.
don't suggest that when I clearly said I didn't want to.
I wasn't referring to you.
So I'm asking, I know the manager is bringing, we're gonna do a events policy workshop anyway, that you said when we was in the workshop, the
Yes,
original workshop.
we have to.
Can this come back at that time and we discuss it at that time? Because this, This is a lot to vote and digest at one time, but we don't have time to actually go through it.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Baz.
let me just say, I didn't feel as if you attacked me, so let's put that on record. I know, but I just wanted to put it out there.
City
I
attorney.
don't have no
Mr.
issues with
Mr.
you.
Mayor.
Let me finish, please.
Yes.
And second of all, I'll pull the item and we'll workshop it with the events workshop that's coming up.
Okay. Madam
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Santiago.
thank you. I try to figure out everything, what we be talking about now. And for sure, I want to be sure for what that I gonna voting tonight or in the future. I like to asking the sponsor tonight to why you don't giving us a little more time to see and discussing all this point that the mayor bring and sending to the next commissioner meeting.
That's what she said. She wanted.
Yeah,
she wanted to
please,
put it for a
okay?
workshop. When we do the events policy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. The item has been withdrawn. Are you pulling it for, no, you're withdrawing it. Are you pulling? All right. Will we need to vote on this, Madam Attorney?
The sponsor is pulling the item. No, sir.
Got it. All right, so moving on to item 14.1.
Mr. Mayor,
Sorry, Vice Mayor
I'm
Kelly.
not going to weigh in on the item. I'll wait on the workshop. But I always want to make sure if I think something that I want to make sure that I try to always help all of us out. And I know that my colleague has something planned for this Saturday event, which has some co-sponsorship with some, I think charging a fee for it to play in the game or the tournament for Father's Day, which I support the Father's Day basketball, but I know that has a cost that would be tied to some of the elements of this policy. So I guess to the sponsor, even though you're deferring it, and I respect that wholeheartedly, but I don't want the event, because I'm quite sure you probably got teams and people already involved and excited. Is there a way to deal with that tonight so that can go forward without it having to be stopped and have fathers, daughters, sons coming for an event for Father's Day and then it can't take place because it may be caught in limbo, or there's something that the manager can do? I guess that's a,
We voted on that. It was a single item. It was
okay.
separate. It was a separate item. We
Okay.
voted, that was already
I
approved.
want to make sure it didn't get caught in that.
No, it didn't. That was
Okay.
already approved.
I want to be clear. All right, thank you.
Okay, moving on to 14.1.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, rescheduling the June 25, 2025 City Commission meeting to June 23, 2025, authorizing the city manager and city clerk to take necessary and expedient action, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin. Second, Commissioner Baz. Second by Commissioner Baz. So as stated in the beginning of the meeting, our police department will be hosting the Miami-Dade County Association of Chiefs Police Dinner meeting hosted by North Miami, Miami Shores, El Portal, City of Opa-locka Police Department, which is the date of our commission meeting. It's an honor for our police department to do that, and we want to support. And I do know that a couple of us have already RSVP, so which means that we do not have a quorum for the 25th. So my proposal was to reschedule the meeting because the manager said that she had some items that she needed to be on the agenda, and they were already working towards it. So to reschedule the meeting until June 25th. I'm sorry, June 23rd, which is the Monday before. So that's why this is here. If you have any questions, myself, I'm here, the manager or the chief is here to answer any questions. Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Baz?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to 16A3.
3. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 4 entitled Personnel, Division 2, adding new Section 2-222 to be entitled Extra Compensation Beyond State Statutory Limits, providing a definition for cause, and prohibiting severance pay to charter officers or other employees where the individual is terminated for cause, prohibiting severance pay, bonus pay, extra compensation, or additional payment to any charter officer of the city after services have been rendered or after a contract has been executed unless authorized by Florida law or majority vote of the city commission, providing for statutory required language to be included within future employment agreements, providing for certain severance payment terms and conditions as consistent with Florida law, forgiving any payment made inconsistent with the terms of this ordinance prior to and including calendar year 2022, providing that all portions of previously passed resolutions allowing for severance pay shall be null and void. and
Mr. Mayor?
repealed.
No,
There's a substitute item.
yeah.
No. This is A3, okay. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 4 entitled Personnel, Division 2, adding new Section 2-222 to be entitled Extra Compensation Beyond State Statutory Limits, providing for a definition for cause and prohibiting severance pay to charter officers or other employees where the individual is terminated for cause, prohibiting severance pay, bonus pay, extra compensation, or additional payment to any charter officer of the city after the services have been rendered or after a contract has been executed unless authorized by Florida law or majority vote of the city commission, providing for statutory required language to be included within future employment agreements, providing for certain severance payment terms and conditions as consistent with Florida law, forgiving any payment made inconsistent with the terms of this ordinance prior to and including calendar year 2022, providing for conflict and repealer, severability, inclusion in the code, and providing for effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by,
Second.
moved by Commissioner Bass, second by Commissioner Santiago. I'll go ahead and present this item and then we'll open it up for public hearing. So this item is simply put, is to cure finding number 49, which talks about severance pay and being fired with or without cause. So what we're trying to do is clean up all of the audit findings, and this is one. So we thought it prudent to bring forth a resolution to establish a policy that talks about when you can or cannot get paid, fired with or without cause. And that's why this is here. So I entertain any questions after we open up the floor for comments from the audience. Public hearing is open. What, Commissioner Dominguez, the mic's not on. Try now.
It's on, it's on.
Drop. Can one of our attorney? It's on. Well, it was on.
No, it's not.
Well, we have a problem with that microphone.
I see this covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. Oh, great. Audrey Dominguez, 1147 Jan Avenue. In regards to this ordinance number 5, which is an audit finding, number 49, I wanted to thank the sponsor, the mayor, for ensuring that these findings are corrected. It doesn't matter who brings it, as long as we get all these 99 findings out of the way. I think it's a great idea. And also to establish a committee or appoint by majority vote, a city manager, city attorney.
That's,
Oh, that-
not on that one.
Oh, no?
We're on the, compensation,
Oh, the compensation.
49, which is item, 16.3.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what I mean. I've been, okay.
Thank you, Commissioner. Public input is still open. Public input is closed. All right, do I have any questions at this moment? All right, hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Bass, Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0 first reading.
All right, moving on to item 16.4, A4.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 6 of the city's purchasing code to create new Section 2-325 to be entitled Establishing Contractual Service Controls, providing for greater monitoring and enforcement of terms and conditions of contracts to ensure that contract deliverables are provided, allowing for payment of contractual deposits when authorized, providing for severability, conflict and repealer, inclusion in the code, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion? Moved by Commissioner Bass.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Santiago. I'll go ahead and present and then we'll open up the floor. So this is another one of the findings that we're trying to cure, which is item number 75, that says there's no deliverables when it comes down to our contracts. We pay them even if we don't check the work. So this puts in place that before contractors are paid, Opa-locka will make sure that the work is done to standard before we release payment. So that's simply what this is. And this was item number 75. This was finding number 75, so it's here to be cured on tonight. This is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open.
I got it now. Audrey Dominguez, 1147 Jen Avenue. Regarding, ordinance number 4, the audit finding number 75. Again, thank you, Mayor, for bringing this about. This ordinance to correct the audit findings were 55 selected payments to vendors totaling $3.6 million associated with 37 purchase service records, disclosed that payments were not always supported by records, evidence, the satisfactory receipts of the services, and the appropriateness and accuracy of the amounts billed. I know this is part of the findings, but some of the staff members are still here, but moving forward, I think we need to do a better job and look and make sure and ensure that these invoices match with the bills.
All right. Thank you, Madam Commissioner. This public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Any questions to this item? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0 first reading.
All right, moving on to item 16A, was it 5?
5.
5, yes. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Chapter 2, Article 1, Section 2-8.4 of the City of Opa-locka Code of Ordinances to provide an option for the City Commission to establish a search committee or appoint by majority vote a city manager, city attorney, or city clerk, providing for a local and/or national search at the option of the City Commission, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Mayor Taylor.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago, second by Commissioner Irvin. This is my item. I'll go ahead and present. This was another finding number 78. The commission has the authority to hire our charter officers, the clerk, the manager, and the city attorney. And no matter how we do it now, we can do it either way. So we can do a national search, we can do a local search, or we can do a straight appointment to those offices. The way it was before, we did it those ways, but there was nothing on the books that said that we could. So this cures that and makes sure that we are legal when we're hiring our charter officers. This is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. I'm sorry. Public hearing is closed. Any questions for this item? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0, first reading.
All right, moving on to our last ordinance, which is item 16-6.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 11, Division 5, entitled Civil Service Board, specifically Section 2-526, to specify that the Civil Service Board shall have the power to recommend on matters through hearing from city employees at properly noticed meeting, amending Section 2-530 to amend the role of the Human Resources Director, amending sections 2-534 to clarify definitions for classified and unclassified service, amending section 2-535 to delete certain inapplicable responsibilities of the Human Resources Director, amending section 2-536 to delete the word officers for higher vacancies, amending section 2-537 to delete certain inapplicable timelines, amending section 2-539 to remove penalties, amending section 2-541 to specify persons exempt from tests, deleting and replacing old section 2-542 with new language to specify that in the case of conflict, collective bargaining agreements shall prevail over this ordinance, providing for repeal of all prior ordinances in conflict, providing for severability, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Vice Mayor Kelly.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor Kelly, second by Commissioner Bass. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Over the last probably number of years, historically, we've had a civil service board, and I had brought it back once before and then deferred it because I was really trying to find a way to get the subpoena power in the legislation, but unfortunately, from a legal standpoint, I couldn't do that. But I wanted to still bring forth the Civil Service Board back to the city and have obviously the appointments through each one of us, but also have a venue for employees that may have challenges, somewhere where they could go to have a voice to be heard. If you know, the last few years, that has been a challenge, and everybody can't get a lawyer and go to court. And so I wanted to bring a process back that would be a part of the city, and obviously, as it's stated in legislation, if there are union contracts, those would apply based on whatever those provisions. But I wanted to bring it back forth, and that is why it's before us. It is first reading, so I'll entertain any questions or any suggestions. But I simply put, it allows a venue and a voice for our staff if they feel unjustly treated or something is going on, a voice to be heard, and also the commission would be made aware of it, because even before, with some of our past challenges, a lot of times we were in the dark on things happening. And while the manager runs day to day, there's still a voice that needs to be heard, and we need to be notified of certain things. So this process will allow, that to occur. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll entertain any questions.
All right, this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open.
I was on the elevator, Mr. Mayor. So you didn't hear me I was on the elevator on the last item. This is the item that I do support. In the old city hall, that item gave the employees an option outside of the union and the bargaining agreement to be able to go inside that meeting and be able to explain to us what was going on at that particular time. So now when you have a separate entity, instead of employees just getting mudded out like they was doing in the last previous years, the manager just mudded them out. And so now we have all these different types of lawsuits, people that just got fired for no reason, got dumb. You can't rehire them in their jacket. Look crazy, but the personnel board gives them the opportunity to come forth and spit that information, which then during the board review comes back and goes to the commission, and then gives you all the opportunity and understanding what is going on. So I'm completely supportive of this item.
Public input is still open.
Audrey Dominguez, 1147 Jen Avenue. I am also in support. Thank you, Vice Mayor Kelly, because this has been a long overdue board. It's been sitting there. The excuse was we don't have HR. We don't have enough members. It doesn't have enough teeth. I'm a board member. Now, I don't know what's gonna change if we have to apply again or how is that takes place, but I know that other cities use the civil service board and it works. So we have to give employees an opportunity to be heard, not only by HR or the city manager, but by the civil service board. So please support and encourage people to apply to be in it, because I know we don't have people that to finish the number of members to be in this committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Public hearing is still open. Public hearing is closed. All right, do we have any questions for the sponsor on this item?
Just a quick question, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Bass,
What is the quorum for that board?
Vice Mayor?
I can't hear you.
The quorum.
Quorum.
The quorum would be 5, but you would have 2, an attorney can help me if I'm incorrect. It's 5 and 2 appointments, but the 5 voting members will come from the commission. And all of us, and again, just to piggyback on what the former commissioner said, all of us have an appointment, but to answer your question, is 5.
All right, any other questions? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0, first reading.
All right, moving on to our city manager's reports. Madam Manager, you have the floor.
The City of Opa-locka Summer Youth Employment Program has received 60 applications. To date, 25 applicants have completed the eligibility process and are ready to start the Work Readiness Training Program on June 16, 2025. The police department will be hosting a walking one-stop event in the area of Curtis Drive on June 23rd at 6 p.m. Flyers are being prepared and will be disseminated. After numerous attempts, the IT director was successful at having a meeting with Comcast. I am happy to announce that the wait is over. We are now moving forward to relaunch the city's government access channel 77.
Yes. Yes.
The sewer project along Northwest 133rd Street commenced on June 2nd. The business owners in the area were notified and the contractors are completing the work after business hours to not affect any service. Shabrandi Park Playground installation is approximately 75% complete and is expected to be fully completed by on or before June 16th. I did provide a written report and I will answer any questions or concerns that you may have at this time.
All right, any questions for the manager?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. Who?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The walking one stop is June 23rd at 6 p.m. We just changed our commission meeting to that day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would really love to partake. I took part in it last year and it was in the daytime. And with this being in the evening, I would definitely like to be able to.
We will revisit that date.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
We'll revisit it.
Figure that out.
Yes.
Circled it.
9 a.m.? 9 a.m.
Oh, it's 9 a.m.
Oh, it's 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Okay, but
Dang, I got excited. It was gonna be in the evening so that
Yeah.
people could.
Yeah.
it's not effective in the.
Yeah, we can revisit it to see if we can get another date
In the
in the
evening,
afternoon so
yeah.
more people can participate.
Madam Chief.
Wait, I'm sorry. Before you do that revisit, I'm sorry. You still have the floor. If you don't mind, you jumping in. Have you already partnered with agencies to do this on that day? Because I know they usually
Normally do.
normally,
Yes.
and it's always in the daytime. So I
Yes.
don't want to.
We did.
We did.
Yes.
So maybe we can move forward with this one because I know it's in 2 weeks.
And then
And
maybe
then the next one.
do it later in
Yeah,
the
in
evening.
the evening.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more request, like tomorrow we're doing the ribbon cutting at Ingram Park for the basketball court. When we do, I'm going to ask that when we do the ribbon cutting for Shabundi's Playground. Can we please do it on a Saturday and in the afternoon so that we can have residents actually come out and see what we're doing? Because I think tomorrow is just going to be us and maybe one or two people that might have been walking past. We need to do these kinds of things when we can get residents to actually come out and see what we're actually doing. Because I would like for our playground to be all that, the ribbon cutting. We waited, even though it's been christened already by kids on yesterday, but
So I've heard they had to tell them to get off the
they
equipment.
had a ball.
Yes.
They're excited. So if we could probably do that one in the evening, afternoon. I know y'all want to go home, but 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that.
We'll pull the commission.
Okay.
Availability. On the
Okay,
plan.
thank you so much. That's it.
Wait, on that same vein, I'm sorry, because you all in my questions. That's on this, you said it to be completed by the 16th,
On or before.
on or before
Yes.
June 16th.
Yes.
All right, any other questions to the manager? No, it was you, Commissioner Santiago, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Madam Manager, I see your report. And I'm comfortable with that. I've heard a comment from Vice Mayor Kelly about the Rangers. Yeah, that's the name for the
Urban Rangers?
Yes, okay, that they do before they clean up for all these lands that we don't know, anything about the owners or whatever. Okay, that one is no more longer in the public work department. And my question is that we still have the people in the beautify group in the city
Yes.
for the beautification of the
Yes.
city.
Yes.
Yes. Well, if we still have it there, I want more action. Okay, regarding about beautification of the city and clean the city. One of the thing that I'm be looking is we have some kind of proof of they are in 27 Avenue in Alibaba. I see I think the CRA department, they do windows and all the things there to clean out that corner is very good. I found, but I want to tell you, and I know I don't want that they taken wrong, but I need to force also the other side, and I'm talking about the side for the northeast corner. Okay, it's a lot of things there that they're not supposed to be. That look ugly, and I need do something about it to see if they can cooperate it to clean that area as soon as we can. Also the west side south corner in that dealer, I think that we're supposed to tell them to have some more improvement there. Okay, like probably to make something when the fence cover up a little bit all the cars that they have in the back, especially in that intersection there for 27 and Alibaba. And between 22nd and 27, Madam Manager, this is one of the biggest entries for the city. And we need some order out there. When all the trucks parking.
Got it.
I accepting it probably there in Carol Lane because we have a lot of things to do there, but Alibaba is one of the main roads to entry to the city, to downtown Miami. Also, Madam Manager, I have commented that to you before, and you give me some answer. I don't want to say that I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel happy. I think that I'm between, but I want more action with that. We're talking now about the historical city hall, that the city or the grant that we have or the resident pay a lot of money for, to redoing that place there, millions of dollars. There is already too nice that I passed by, only one, too nice. And I see in the front of the building, no police present. Probably they go out for an emergency, something like that. But it's very unusual that I pass twice and I don't see it. And I see people coming in from the street all the way down to that beautiful garden that we have there by the end of the palace. That's the one that we use for the state of the city. Okay, that we're serving there at the dinner. People going all the way out there, and you say to me, "Oh, that's park, and I can do anything to close the park." I know it's in the park area, but that building, particular, that building is one of the most beautiful antique and property that we have here in the great city of Opa-locka. And I don't want to see that somebody gonna go all the way down there and they looking to the right and left, and they're gonna see that doors, wind glasses that we have broken in and do some damage to that property. It's park, but park is outside. The park is outside, Shavandi, but this is something that we have to take care and have more carefully with that. I suggest the manager, please do something there that say do not trespassing or whatever, because I want to keep it the way it is right now. I don't want to see it that anybody go there and destroy it. What do we have here? Again, I think I'm gonna leave it right there, but that's one of my bigger concerns. Park. Oh, and yesterday I saw there a civilian car with lights. Do we have now a security company?
No, that's one of our police officers.
Oh, that's one of, okay. Oh, wow, nice. They're driving now Mitsubishi.
No, that's a off
Something
duty.
like that.
So
Well,
you
okay.
have off duty, so that
Yeah.
was one of our unmarked, that was an unmarked vehicle.
Oh, okay.
It's not unmarked no more.
Yeah. All right. I want to be sure.
Can't top the that.
Thank you, Madam Manager. Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns?
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Babb.
I just wanted to say to our city manager, thank you for your report. This is really good to just have bullet points of what's really happening, and we get it every 2 weeks. And it's always, by looking at it, it shows me that we're moving forward, and I appreciate that. But what I really want to point out is what you spoke about earlier about the Opa TV. Well, it didn't say Opa TV, but it said Channel 77. I am looking forward to this. I can only imagine some of us who are not technically savvy when it comes to being on Facebook, being able to just press a button and you get what's going on in the city. This is going to do really great for us. I am looking forward to it. And thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Mayor, really quickly, let's reach out to Miller Legs and let them know that we changed our commission meet date.
Oh, definitely, we
Okay.
will. Yes.
All right, any other questions or concerns to the manager? All right, Madam Manager, real quick, and then we'll move on to the commission reports. Commissioner Santiago brought it up about the trucks driving through. I know we sponsored legislation for a commercial unit. Where are we, a feasibility study, where are we with that?
I'll check with the chief. She did give me a thorough report. It has costs associated with it, so I'll be bringing it back to the commission. The chief and Ms. Ashley Walker has been working on that, so I'll provide more information.
Okay, the other thing was the beautification unit, as well as the, what was it? Urban Rangers. Is there a way that we can develop or bring a program similar to that, or expand the beautifications, give them something more to share?
So,
Commissioner, Vice Mayor,
If I could, I'm working on that along with
that
some other legislation
pull that back.
that will tie to that, so I don't want to put the manager too far
I'll wait on
out
it.
there.
and I haven't spoken to Vice Mayor Kelly, but I am doing restructuring amongst all departments, and I have been looking into that. So I'll speak to Vice Mayor Kelly with
Okay.
regards to his.
The other thing is there a way to, I know it's a historical building and we can't make certain changes to it, but, and I think I asked you this before, I don't remember. Can we fence that building to secure it and maybe add cameras and it needs to be?
So we do have cameras. And I don't want to provide so much information here in this setting,
Got it.
but we do have cameras, and starting next month, we'll be doing additional security features at that location. I did speak to Ms. Gross with regards to fencing, and was told that we cannot She can provide additional information as to why.
I know we can't fence the building, but can we fence the perimeter? Even though you can't even fence the perimeter. Lord.
Mr. Mayor,
I could ask.
Mr. Mayor.
No, because it is wide open. I agree with Commissioner
Yeah,
Santiago.
yeah. Probably not the fencing, around because we can't doing it, but at least in the arcs, in the
Going to
main,
the courtyard
yeah,
area.
and the main entrance
to the
to have
courtyard
some
area.
kind of change. Okay.
Oh, no trespassing.
Yeah, that changes, and try to block it, to people to go to the other side. I think that's a good idea. That's not a fence.
Again, we will be doing something starting next month that's going to
Okay.
stop.
So then I'll wait on you.
Yes.
You don't have to answer.
And I can meet with you all
shaking your head,
individually and
Mr.
give you
Gay
that
shaking his
Meet
head.
individually. I'm gonna meet individually.
I can meet with everyone
Yeah,
individually and give you that
yeah,
information.
Everybody shaking your head. And the last but not least, and I was excited this morning, and I called you. Say it again. Oh, okay, we'll let you know. All right. Last but not least, I called you about this yesterday and today when I saw that some of the welcome signs that the city was down, and you got scared because you thought somebody knocked them over. And I saw that. I see her face. I'm so excited to see that they're coming along. They're coming along great. So I saw the one on 17th Avenue. I know we all finished the one on the main gateway. So thank you for that. So I look forward to see it at its completion. And just like my colleague said, thank you for the report. Now this is the very, very last one. This is the month of June, and this is I'm talking to you, but I'm looking at the finance director, but I'm talking to you. I just want to make sure, because I saw Markham, that we complete that audit this month.
Go ahead.
And I got excited, but I didn't see a date, so I got scared.
Good evening, Naima Gant, Director of Finance. So we have a meeting scheduled for tomorrow morning with Markham, the staff, as well as our internal accounting team. We're meeting tomorrow to finalize everything that we have pending with this tennis match we have going back and forth, providing selections, answering additional questions. So we're all looking for June 30th as the issuance date. But everybody's doing everything they can.
Okay, I am excited about that. Thank you.
Okay.
And just today, I had a conversation with some of our department directors, and I said to them, all of us are busy. I get it. Everybody's working on something. But when you see an email from the finance director with regards to responding to the audit, stop what you're doing and provide that information. That is a priority. So I believe everybody's on board. Everyone knows how important that is, and they are being responsive.
Okay, because this is
Very
important. This is very important. So thank you for that, Madam Manager. Because if we get it, this will be the first time in over 10 years that we have submitted an audit on time.
Yes.
And I don't want us to drop the ball because we were in town, we were right there. We were right there at the 11th hour. And I don't want anything to hold us back, which is why y'all see all these policies and procedures coming from getting out of financial oversight. We don't need no hiccups. So thank you, Madam Manager, for all that you do. Thank you, Madam.
You're welcome.
Madam.
Finance.
You.
You got so many laughs. I'm about to say all you know who you are. You know who you are.
Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor.
I just want to piggyback on that because I was not going to say anything, but since you mentioned it, I did see without a date, but I'm glad to hear that potential deadline. I'm also glad that what you said, Madam Manager, to your departments, how critical and important it is to make sure they stop what they're doing because it is critical. I wanted to just say to my colleague, Commissioner Irvin, I agree with you about the lateness in the evening of having things. I think the basketball ribbon court is happening because, like you said about the playground, they're already over there dribbling on the basketball court. And then, of course, there was a lot of stuff already scheduled for this Saturday. So I'm glad to at least see that we're having the ribbon cutting. But I think for all of our ribbon cuttings, as you said, that we can do in the evening so we can have more people, residents and community involved. That'd be good. But again, thank you for your report. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, and I know people get tired of us ribbon cutting and they say this stuff is petty. It might be
No.
petty to you all, but to us who've been waiting, we want to see it and we want to celebrate it. So every chance we get to cut a ribbon in this city, it don't matter what it is. Y'all install a marquee, we gonna cut a ribbon. That's why we gonna cut a ribbon. So moving up right along to our official board reports. I don't see any. We're going to the mayor and commission reports. We'll start from left to right. Commissioner Bass, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to share with you, we are in our second week of being in a sponsorship with the Lou Foundation, putting together 6 weeks of parent workshop, heal, learn, grow, and love, the Lotus Bloom Gathering. It started June 10th, and we have a few more weeks to go. It's at Helen Miller on Tuesdays from 6 to 8. And last but not least, on the 14th, which is this Saturday, is it? Yep, at 10 o'clock, 10 to 3. Again, I'm in partnership with father-son, father-daughter basketball tournament. And that's exactly what I was talking about, policies and procedures. And I would like for you all to come out and support father-son, father-daughter tournament. Again, it's this Saturday, 10 to 3 at Shabundi. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Baz.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, remind Commissioner Bass of something, isn't the ribbon cutting next week for the?
Postpone.
It's postponed. I didn't get that one. Okay, thank you.
All right, Commissioner Bass, do me a favor, just for the record, for people that's listening, can you tell us how to register for Saturday?
Go online and register at www.swatteamwork.org, or you can call 954-770-6148.
Thank you, Commissioner Bass.
You're welcome.
All right, Commissioner Santiago, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't have too much in my report tonight, but I want to say thing that is coming, and I'm very excited. Like again, my participation together with the hoster Commissioner Natasha Irving for that photo you like. I'm gonna leave that. You're gonna be talking more about that later on. But I say I'm very excited with that because we're gonna have a very good event. For that day, for the Independent Day in Opa-locka. And something that is made me feel good is that we have the right to put signs all over the principal corner of the city, announcing our events again, like before. And that's something good to know. And I hope for any event for the commissioner, we're doing the same thing. Chess and domino, I'm very proud to be with you, Commissioner Bass, in that event. I think that we have a wonderful event Saturday because anyone that go there, they enjoying it and they play, and we have a winner. He's not here now. He left because he's celebrating his graduation. But he beat everybody out there. He's a very good player. Oh yeah, no, for sure, yeah. You beat him, yeah. Yeah, okay, yes. We have another champion here. And thank you for for everything for my colleagues that we always working together for everything that we do here in the great city of Opa-locka, and I know that we're gonna do better in the future. And I have plans when one of my colleagues, I don't want to say anything now, but we're gonna do something very good this summer. Something very good that is gonna call the attention for everybody here, for the resident in the great city of Opa-locka. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Vice Mayor Kelly, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We're glad to support Commissioner Irvin for the annual Memorial Day picnic. It was a great time with our community. I'm always excited every time I see the pool in use, thinking how hard it was to get it, but it was very exciting to see all of the adults and kids there. We're also happy to support Commissioner Santiago for the hurricane awareness that he did for the seniors over at Archbishop, and also the sign ordinance workshop as well. I look forward to seeing that come forward. I want to commend our police chief and the department for the memorial service for Officer Ethan Brown, his memory. We must never forget his service and the hard work that our law enforcement does every day to protect and serve. We held our monthly Meet Me Monday this past Monday over in Magnolia North.
And that's the one that I want to say something, Mr. Kelly. I never be in a so great Meet Me Monday. I enjoying it. Very enjoying it. Thank you. Well, that's the way that I feel.
It
I
all
love
started,
That's the
thank
way
you,
that I
Commissioner.
feel.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I love
For the, thank the manager, the police department, the clerk's office, and of course, the residents. We had a guest speaker from the Florida Department of Agriculture who presented a presentation on fraud and scams, was really good. I think we have some copies left, very informative. I want to thank my colleagues, Commissioner Santiago and Commissioner Irvin, for coming by. There was a major challenge, some information that I heard that I had not heard before. And we look forward to having more presentations in our community around that can help bring awareness to our citizens for a lot of things that are going on. We are excited about our upcoming Juneteenth celebration in the city. I'll let my co-hosts talk about the reception part, but I want to invite all of our young people that are listening, parks. I know we've reached out to make sure they're a part of it, especially our youth for that Friday, June the 20th at 3 p.m. for our, youth to learn about our history dealing with Juneteenth. That's going to be on that Friday at 3 p.m. And of course, on that Saturday, the 21st, as a part of Juneteenth at our historic City Hall, we're going to have a roundtable dialogue with former State Representative James Bush, former Commissioner Barbara Jordan, and hopefully former Mayor John Riley, who are going to share their insights and history as it relates to our history and Juneteenth and how we're moving forward in our history. Also on that Friday, we'll have our annual food distribution, Feeding South Florida. Of course, this month it's more highlighted because it's our food and resource outreach on the 20th. We're going to have several agencies there. Project Umbrella is going to be there, which provides resources to residents dealing with drive legal, case management, help for ex-offenders, employment, rights restoration, and even other resources that could be available. They're going to be there. 10 North Group is going to be there with information and help for housing and assistance. And of course, the one that everybody knows about real quick is DMV licensing. And I got to say for the record again, the slots are already filled. They don't take long to fill once it posts, because as I said in the past, we try to make it available to our residents by bringing it here in the city. But once it goes out on their site, it's open to anyone, obviously, that needs the service. And so all those slots are filled. We do always manage to make sure we have room for employees via the manager's office that may need that service, and that's a part of that as well. But all the slots are filled on June the 20th. So please share the word. And of course, we have the food part of it, healthy items, a lot of food items. Please come by. We start about 9:30 on that Friday. Please encourage the community to come by, bring their own bags, and take advantage of all the resources that are there and the free food opportunity. It's a part, again, as we work towards the mayor who is spearheading the outreach for our assistance for our community, but it's a part of that a particular goal. So please share the word and take advantage of all of the resources that will be there, and of course the free food. We also want to announce that the fishing with the fathers, which was scheduled for this Saturday, I'm going to postpone. We weren't able to have enough time to get the trophies and things we wanted to have, so I'm going to postpone that to a later date so everybody can just go straight to the basketball tournament, but that we will have that again at a later date at Ingram Park for our fishing tournament. Finally, just please save the date for July the 18th at Helen Miller from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have the clerk of the court's office there, their mobile unit with the services they provide. So you'll hear more about that. Anytime we can try to bring resources and help to our community, hopefully our residents will take advantage of it, but you'll receive more information coming up. I also want to say, because I've been working with that for so many years. I'm glad to see we're still doing it. I supported Commissioner Irvin last year when she did the walking one stop, so I'm glad to see it's here. I think is Mr. Rollins still doing that or someone? Yeah, he's still doing it. So I look forward, Madam Manager, and I know probably Commissioner Irvin has some location, but I have a couple too going forward that we'd like to look at doing in the future because it is a valuable resource as well going forward. Again, I want to thank you, Madam Manager, for the report and to all my colleagues for everything that you're doing to make our city great and get information out. And as I always say, Madam Manager, keep doing what you're doing. You have my full support. FULL, full support. And what was that? Um, between you and Commissioner Sunday, I'm going last next time on the report. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I'm done.
Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you so much. Yes, last Saturday I had the opportunity of working over in the Triangle. We did the Gun Violence Awareness Unity Day. It was it was a nice event. Got some trainings and really enjoyed it. I would like to thank the police department for coming, not just coming, but just being there and actually moving around and talking with the people. Thank you very much, Madam Chief. And Commissioner Bass, thank you so much for coming out and supporting the event. I do apologize for not introducing you when I spoke. I forgot. Yeah, I'm not so much of a public speaker, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Thank you so much for that. I too am really excited about our Juneteenth event. The flyer's probably going to come out momentarily. That's going to be June 20th at 7, from 7 to 11 at Tony's banquet hall. Thank you. Also, our Memorial Day pool party was great success. Thank you again for Commissioner Bass and Vice Mayor Kelly for coming out and watching the kids enjoy our pool. I really wish more people would enjoy it. I enjoyed it on Sunday Pass. I enjoyed it. It's nothing like having your own pool in your own backyard. We had a ball. Madam Manager, thank you. I know I drive you crazy when I'm doing an event that I want to make sure the food is right, so I cook it myself. And you never say anything. I send you those lists. You're like, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate all you do to make everything in Opa-locka go smoothly. I appreciate it. Also, I was bothered because I was told today that the city of Opa-locka doesn't have football or cheer, and I wanted to be very clear. We have a football team, an active football team, Optimus team. We do. And we're looking for more football players and we're looking for more cheerleaders. We are up and running. Some of our posters got caught up in the Monday storm. That's what we're going to say. It got caught up in the Monday storm, but never to be recovered. So, also, next week's bingo, of course, Commissioner Bass selected the theme and she went with Kings and Queens. So please come out, enjoy the Kings and Queens, dress as such if you can. If not, still come. We're going to have a ball tomorrow for the male employees of the city of Opa-locka, 11:30. We have great lunch for you to celebrate Father's Day. Please come, 11:30, Sherbundi Village Pavilion. And this isn't my event to announce. However, I'm passionate about it. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Sherbundi Village, please come out. Hear what our police department has to tell you. And they're going to be eager to hear what you have to tell them. So please come out. I'm going to be there so I can hear too. Come out, support the police department. Tell them some of the stuff that y'all tell me when y'all see me in the street. You can tell it directly to them now. And that is it. enjoy the rest of your night. Look like I'm gonna be out of here in a minute. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. You already did the town hall, so I don't have to talk about that. And you did bingo, so I scratched both of those out. So I do want to shout out. I know we're still mitigating it, and we're still working to mitigate it completely, which is the flooding in Opa-locka. But it did flood in certain areas of the city, but it wasn't as long. And our flooding stayed for days, but this time it kind of dissipated after a couple hours. And I will say shout out to our public works and our beautification division. They had them vac trucks cleaning out those drains. They were cleaning out I took videos and pictures because I couldn't believe it. The way that the water, you all did a good job making sure that our residents were not underwater as long as normal. And I think, but I can't wait till we get to the opportunity where flooding is completely cured in the city of Opa-locka. But shout out to Public Works for making sure that issue is mitigated. Also, Youth Governance Day was last Friday. We were honored to host Miss Cherish Nichols, a student from Miami Lakes Technical Center who has a GPA of 3.7, and she served as mayor of the day in the city of Opa-locka. So thank you to all of our department heads. I know we took y'all out of y'all regularly scheduled program, but y'all rolled out the red carpet for her. So we thank you for that. And Madam Manager, the lunch was good. It was good. We thank you all for that. Also, we just want to say that the manager said it. We only have 20 something students that have applied thus far for the summer youth program. We still have slots available. So if you know anybody in Opa-locka who's looking for a summer job between the ages of 15 to 18, let them know that Opa-locka is hiring. The flyers are in the back, or you can, I think most of us have posted it on, all of us have posted it on our social medias, or you can call us and we can help you and show you where the application process is. Also, next week, Tuesday, we're launching a new initiative called City Hall on Wheels, and we're taking City Hall into the neighborhoods. So we're starting at Sailboat Cove, which is on 17th Avenue. 17th Avenue, the apartments all the way down to the end, the townhouse down to the end. So we're taking our City Hall resources and what we have to offer in City Hall to our residents. So that's Tuesday. What's the extra? Jesus Christ. It's Tuesday. It's next Tuesday. Next Tuesday from 5 to 6:30.
In the 17th, no?
5 to 6:30. That is the 17th.
17th, yeah.
That is definitely the 17th. We're gonna start on time. So it's nothing formal. We're just gonna set up shop as if City Hall is open at that time. So everything that we have here that is public facing will be on site at Sailboat Cove. They can ask questions to the police department, code enforcement, not public, all the departments that our residents have interaction with. So we're starting with Sailboat Cove, and we'll also be moving it around. So I too want to say thank you, Madam Manager, for the report. A lot of the questions that I had, you answered, and I am excited. And I think that's it for my report. That is it for my report. So, this is our first meeting at 6 o'clock. The time is now 7:38. I am compelled. I think we need to stay a little bit longer. It's 7:38 by now. We would just still be in citizens forum, right? So, I don't think we have any board appointments. They were all filled except for the 2 at-large appointments we're still waiting on you all to bring back the recommendations. But we still have 2 at-large appointments for the Charter Review Board. However, I did see that you have quorum and you're having a meeting on Monday.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
A meeting on Monday at 6:30. So do we need to vote now for the at-large appointments, or we're good?
No, we have a quorum at this time.
Okay. So can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Move it.
Move it.
Second.
You can't move and second this.
I leave that late.
I have a question.
But no, you do not have a good.
Well, you're in Commissioner Santiago help me up, so I have a question.
So it was moved by Commissioner Santiago. Who was seconded? I need a second. Somebody give me a second, please. Second by Commissioner Bass. This meeting is adjourned.
7:40.
Recording.
Stop.